Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, everyone. So, we are from Group 5, and on today's opportunity, we would like to present our posters about transitivity analysis of motivational speech by Wizard List on TikTok. So, on our group, there are three members. The first one is me, Valentino, and then the second one is Sofie Adilah, and then the last one is Elsinta Winata. Okay, so let's start with the first part, which is the background that will be explained by Elsinta. To Elsinta, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Pauline. Now I'll show you about background with slide list. Digital platforms have changed how motivational messages are shared, with influencers playing a key role, accessibly source of content short form video. Their influencer comes not only from what they say, but from how they use language to encourage action, shape emotion, and build identity. However, the linguistic aspect of influencer motivation are still relevant to study. Using systematic functional linguistics, this study analyzes transitivity patterns in the TikTok video of Wizard Liz, a Belgian influencer popular among Gen Z for her direct advice on self-confidence, self-love, boundaries, and personal growth. From problem and purpose, in problem, we the first, what transitivity process type are used by Wizard List in delivering motivational speech on TikTok? Two, how do these transitivity choice contribute to the construction of persuasion and motivation in the discourse? For purpose, the first is to identify the type of transitivity process used in the motivational speech delivered by Wizard List on TikTok, particularly in Mel Robbins' late-term discourse. Two, to analyze how material, mental, and relational process are utilized to construct motivation, self-improvement, and perfection.
Okay, thank you, Alcinta, for the explanations. So for the next part is about literature review, method, and data that will be explained by Sophie. To Sophie, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Valen. So now I will explain to you the literature review. Of course, based on Halliday's systematic functional linguistics, or SFL theory, particularly the transitivity system with a series of process types such as material, mental, and relational. This proposal is a play in the context of digital motivation discourse, where the presence of social media has transformed traditional speech into micro-persuasion, a concise, assertive, and instantly impactful style of communication. And for the method for our proposal, we use a qualitative descriptive method with a discourse analysis approach based on systematic functional linguistic, focusing on the transitivity system. The data consists of transcribed motivational speech from Wizard List TikTok videos, reposted by third-party accounts. Discourse analysis is applied to examine how transitivity processes are used to construct motivation, persuasion, and self-empowerment in a digital context. And for the data, we consist of motivational speech videos by Wizard List, reposted on TikTok by Clipper accounts. The videos were selected using purposive sampling to ensure that the speeches were originally delivered by Wizard List with no modifications such as dubbing or edited narration. The data were transcribed into the textual form and analyzed at the close level, focusing solely on verbal content. Nonverbal elements such as audio and visual feature were excluded from the analysis.
Okay, thank you so much, Sophie, for the explanations. Next, we will jump into the result and discussions. So the transitivity analysis of wizard-less motivational speech reveals a clear dominance of material process, indicating that motivation is constructed as a form of action and self-directed agency. The frequent use of material clauses positions the audience as active participants who are responsible for initiating personal change, rather than passive recipients of advice. And mental processes appear as a complementary strategy, encouraging self-reflection and emotional evaluation, particularly in assessing relationships and personal boundaries. And these processes guide the audience to become aware of their internal states before translating awareness into action. Meanwhile, relational process function to redefine identity and self-worth, presenting personal growth as a change in status or self-perception. And when it comes to circumstances, circumstance of manner are the most prominent, emphasizing how actions should be carried out rather than when or where they occur. And these grammatical patterns suggest that the motivational discourse promotes universally applicable principles, focusing on mindset and attitude rather than situational context. Overall, the transitivity choices demonstrate how grammatical resources are used strategically to construct persuasive motivational discourse in social media contexts. And in here, we also include a QR code to the analysis of our videos. And in that QR code, it will link to a spreadsheet that contains the transcription and the analysis as well. And the next part is the conclusion. So this study concludes that motivational speech on social media is grammatically constructed through strategic transitivity choices. And the dominance of material process presents motivation as action and personal agency, supported by mental process that encourage self-reflection and relational processes that reshape identity. And these patterns show how grammatical resources function persuasively in digital motivational discourse. And here are, and on the left below part, there are the references that we use on this study. And that's all from our presentations. We are sorry if there are any mistakes in our presentations. Thank you so much for the attention. See you in the next video. Thank you.